feel that pressure. Once you overcome that, once you overcome a nice workout, once you overcome your biology by just controlling your nervous system, focus on your breathing, changing your breathing, you feel me? Just bring yourself to clarity if you're feeling overwhelmed, because and then just accept this message. Your breakthrough is here.
It's the takeover.
It's happening right now. It's happening right now, my friends. It's happening right now, my friends. The breakthrough, it's happening now. Get some of that good old water, H2O. Recently I realized that H3O is actually the good one, and that's found in fruits and coconut water. So if you ever wonder why sometimes you drink water, it's not hitting like that, we need that H3O. H3O is where it's at. But yeah, the breakthrough is happening right now. The breakthrough's happening right now, especially if you're feeling like a crazy resistance. Oh, if you're feeling a crazy resistance, then definitely it's clicking. It's clicking right now. It happens so fast. It's crazy. It's so crazy how fast shit happens when it clicks. When it clicks, shit goes up like instantly, instantaneously. It's actually really crazy. And always it's like right after a time of like crazy resistance. You're feeling like some crazy resistance and you're getting to that point where you're like, fuck, bro, I don't know how much more of this shit I can handle. You start questioning why shit's happening to you. The right question to be asking is, how is this adding to me? How is this building me? Instead of why is this happening to me, it's how is this building me? Because each moment that you make it through, as long as we're still breathing, like, it's lit. I'm telling you, the breakthrough can be as simple as just staying down, like actually just staying down through shit. That's the breakthrough right there in every moment, because you have no idea how close you are when shit is crazy. You have no idea how close you are to like the next level. It's right there. It's always so close. Like, it's so close that it's here now. It can really be here now, like in every moment. It's crazy. And it's always after a moment of like peak resistance, when you really about to lose your fucking mind. Like when you're really about to break. You about to have a psychotic break, like our boy Patrick Bateman in American Psycho. You about to fucking snap and lose your mind. Maybe not in the violent way, but you just feel like you're about to fucking lose your mind. And it always comes. This has happened to me so many times in my life, bro, for me to know. And I always thank God. Like when I really reflect and I look back on my past experiences, I'm so thankful that I've had experiences where like it lets me know. So I'm able to see the signs. I'm able to see through the fucking matrix like Neo. You feel me? Before that movie even became super popular. I mean, it's always been popular since it came out, but it came out around the time when I was a kid, pretty much around the age when I was first able to first remember shit, pretty much. And it's been my favorite movie, like before it became poppin', just so people know. I've always identified with Neo. You feel me? Your boy's the chosen one. Your boy's the one. But yeah, when shit's like, when it's getting crazy and overwhelming, gotta stop, breathe. In for 4, hold for 3, exhale for 6. Calm that nervous system. Calm your nervous system. Get yourself under control. Just get yourself to clarity. Hit a fucking workout. Hit some curls. Hit the bench press. Hit some heavy rows. Hit some squats. Oof. If you really want all the bitchness to be broken out of your spirit, if you really want to get to clarity, you need to do some hard shit. You need to do some shit that's gonna fucking, where you get to that point where you're like, I don't know if I could do this. Throw fucking a few plates on a squat rack. You feel me? Feel that pressure. Once you overcome that, once you overcome a nice workout, once you overcome your biology by just controlling your nervous system, focus on your breathing, changing your breathing, you feel me? Just bring yourself to clarity if you're feeling overwhelmed, because and then just accept this message. Accept this message that your breakthrough is here. Your breakthrough can be in every moment when you get control of yourself and when you get to clarity and when you're on your path. There you go. Your breakthrough's right there. You gotta be able to take the time frame like out of shit, bro. Take the time frame out of shit. Stop thinking about the time frame. It's not on our time, bro. It's divine timing. If we had it our way, just imagine like you get everything you want just with the snap of your fingers. Boom, it's done. What are you living for, bro? What are you living for? Like, it's crazy. We think we want all this shit, but if you get it too fast and you don't go through those periods of the enduring, you don't go through those periods of being overwhelmed, feeling like you're about to lose your fucking mind. If you don't go through that shit and you just got everything you wanted, the game would be over. Like, why would you continue living life? You would feel like empty as fuck. You know what I'm saying? All the moments where you're really being tested, you get priceless lessons. You get priceless lessons that give you so much strength in the future, bro. I'm speaking from experience. I'll give you an example. So when I was like, from the moment I graduated high school, like my parents, they wanted me to go to college. I didn't want to do that. I actually didn't even want to get a job. So for a long time, I didn't. Right? And I was trying to figure out how to get money any way that I could. You know, I was doing all sorts of fuck shit, selling things I shouldn't have been selling. You know what I'm saying? And I actually got caught up in the shit, started using the supply and shit like that. That's a no-no. Lost my fucking mind on that front. And it definitely got dark. And my first big breakthrough that I'm gonna use as an example right now, I was like 24, and from 18 to 24, bro, I was going through hell. I was going through hell trying to make this shit happen by alternative means, we'll say, and failing, bro. Ups and downs. There was ups and downs, you know, along the way. There were successes in the middle of that shit, but generally though, I wasn't where I wanted to be, and had some very low points too. But one of my first big breakthroughs, I remember I had this girlfriend at the time, beautiful girl, and it's crazy. I don't know why the fuck she was with me. Actually, let me stop playing. I've always been goated, even at my lowest points. Like when I was fucking broke, I was like the type of person that I was like a broke loser, but I was still bagging like Instagram models and the baddies. Like I was still getting the baddies, like even at my lowest. But so I'm with my girlfriend at the time. She was very beautiful, very amazing person, right? I had no whip. She drove me around in the car. We're fucking sleeping in her car every now and then. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't get a hotel every night type beat, type vibes. It's crazy looking back on this shit that these women put up with this shit. But anyway, so going through it, bro. And I remember I was, you know, selling alternative things, we'll say. And also using the products. No bueno. I remember I had fronted one of my friends some of this product, you know what I'm saying? Let's say I gave it to him on consignment, right? And this friend of mine... I gotta think about how the fuck I'm gonna tell this story. We'll say he ended up not paying me. I had to show up to his house, you know what I'm saying? My girlfriend, I had to give her gas money. I think we had like a hotel in New York at the time where we got like an Airbnb for a few days, and then she had to drive me back to the Airbnb was in like Brooklyn or some shit, and then it was a nice little loft, nice little Airbnb, nice vibe, you know what I'm saying? Nice few days with my girlfriend at the time. Then I had to give her gas money. We had to make a stop on the way from Brooklyn to where I was living at the time with my mom. One of my homies who I had gave him some goods on consignment, he owed me money, right? So I showed up at his house. This happened before with the same person, and in the past when he owed me money and I showed up to his house, all of a sudden, magically, he had my money for me. So this time I show up, except this time he actually wasn't there, but I would be at his house often, so his mom answered the door. She let me in. Damn, I gotta be careful how much of this, So let's say I took some collateral, right? And I told him like, yo, come give me my money. Now you gotta come drop it off to me because I paid the fucking gas money. You weren't there, waste my time and shit like that, right? So you can come to me to get this thing that I took for collateral, and if you don't come by this date, I'm gonna go ahead and sell it. So without getting into too much detail, pretty much I ended up selling it. He didn't end up coming in time. I had to sell it. But then once I sold it, it sparked this idea in which I did another alternative means. It pretty much trickled down into another alternative business, right? And I remember, so that was the low point. That was the low point. Like, me at my lowest. I think that was like my last money I gave my girlfriend for gas to take me there. Homie owed me money. Didn't have any more product, right? No money coming in, pretty much. But then me taking that item as collateral and then turning around having to sell it because I didn't get my shit. I didn't get my money back, so I had to fucking sell that shit. But then the means that I sold it, like a light bulb went off in my head, and I said, you know what? I could do something with this. So then I started cooking up, right? Long story short, a month later, I'm looking at my bank account, right? Because it was like a snowball effect. So pretty much me being at my lowest point, right? And I'm sorry, I gotta withhold a lot of details in this story, but at my lowest point, that's what actually led me to a breakthrough. Led me to a huge breakthrough, like that moment of resistance, right? Because pretty much because of that situation with the light bulb that went off in my head after that, I discovered another business that I started. So then boom, next thing you know, like about a month after that, next thing you know, I'm looking at my bank account because I was just living life. I started making money with this new business, right? And the only reason I found this business was because of that situation at my lowest point and the turn of events like that happened after that. That's what led me to that shit. So next thing you know, a month later, I'm looking at my bank account and I'm like, holy shit, I made 8,000 this month. That was the first time I made that much, like with online business, let's say. And it just hit me. I remember I was at my mom's house. I was looking at my bank account and I saw the deposits for the month because it didn't feel like it actually. I was like spending money every day on Airbnbs with my girlfriend and shit, dumb shit that young people do. I was 24 at the time. And after years from like 18 or 24, like not being able to get my own place, I rented rooms here and there like for a while throughout that period, like from 18 to 24, but I always ended up back in my parents' crib, back in my mom's crib, you know what I'm saying? And I never got something to really click where I was able to get my own shit. That turn of events had led me to this new opportunity that I was taking full advantage of. And then next thing you know, I'm looking at my bank account, I'm like, it was either 8K or 6K or 5K. It was between 5 and 8K, I don't remember. So I'm looking at my bank account and I'm in my mom's kitchen and I knew right then and there, I was like, if I keep doing this shit, this is gonna change my life. Next thing you know, a month later, I moved to fucking Puerto Rico on my own. And I was doing that business for like, I would say 3 years and some change. And I was able to live in Puerto Rico on my own, build myself up, get myself clean from all the fuck shit I was doing before, like all the drugs and shit I was doing before, get myself clean from that shit, get my mind right, build myself up. I was doing that for a while and that gave me a lot of opportunity to grow in Puerto Rico and to build myself, right? Now that did collapse. I did have to stop doing that shit and my life did fall apart after that. But that was just an example of how low moment, high resistance, fighting for years. Next thing you know, unexpectedly, the way that happened, the turn of events to lead me to that opportunity that changed my life. And even though I had to pivot from that and I had to fucking fall on my face again after that, I did have a period of a few years where I was able to build myself up, get myself clean, and level myself up and learn a lot along the way while that was going on. So that's one story. That's one way with the breakthrough, right? The other one was just a few months ago. I talk about this shit a lot, so I'll make it fast. So about a year ago, I started with the design shit, right? I wanted to do this shit for years, but I just started like a year ago. Dropped my first thing. Actually, it was this shirt. Oh shit, it's funny. Got like 1 or 2 sales. Only a few sales. Next thing you know, less than a year later, I started going crazy on fucking Twitter. I told this story before, so I'm not gonna go too much into it, but like I was grinding, releasing things, promoting things. They were not hitting. Boom, little breakthrough. 50 sales on one product. Okay, damn, this shit was getting some love. All right, this is pretty damn good. Next thing you know, a few months later, grinding. Boom, crazy fucking explosion. You know what I'm saying? So it always comes during the times of like the most craziest resistance. After that, that's when the breakthrough happens. So your experience, your resistance right now, just know the breakthrough is here now. Every moment like where you keep pushing is a win. The next thing you know, once you actually stop caring about the time frame, once you actually stop trying to force the shit and you just accept that you're just in this flow, and every moment that you push through the highest resistance, the highest point of overwhelm, when you feel fucking crazy, every time you push through that shit, you fucking won the game. For real. So say all that to say, your breakthrough is now. Fucking you got the tools when it comes to working out, when it comes to controlling your nervous system with your breath and shit like that, to fucking get your mind right, get your clarity in the moment, and just keep pushing through. And then there's your breakthrough right there. And then next thing you know, you're just gonna keep going, and then things just fucking unfold in a godly manner, bro. And you build so much mental strength, and you learn so much lessons along the way to that shit, bro. Your breakthrough is now, motherfuckers. Keep going. Keep pushing. Let's get it. You know the fucking vibes. We're here every day popping out with the fucking gems. You know the fucking vibes. You got two options when you come fuck with us, baby. You could either win with us or you can watch us fucking win, baby. Let's get it.